Welcome to the football show, the show of talking about the international football with from the international experts. Now tonight we have a guest called Guenter who has more than 25 years experience of coaching in Germany and also football analyst and an author. He will talk about his German experience with the Bundesliga and a little bit about Ralf Rangnick, who has just joined Manchester United. He was the talk of the town for last 1 week in football world, and today he has first match. He has a interim manager of Manchester United. He beat Crystal Palace under his coaching, so he is successful now for his first match. Let us introduce to our guest tonight, Guenter. Guenter, welcome to our show.
Nice to meet you all. Thanks.
Yeah, it's our viewers. It's a pleasure. Always about your expertise, your frank explanation about the football. And now we to start our show with Bundesliga. It's what a fantastic league. Anybody can beat any team. We'll talk about Bundesliga on first. When you talk about Bundesliga, comes in mind it's Bayern Munich and Dortmund, Del Cacer. So this is the new name we have coined and last night was a great match. It was a fantastic match to watch at 3-2 with a 5-goal thriller in Eduna Park. What a fantastic night for everybody of interest to football. But unfortunately, the only 15,000 crowd were allowed. So let's talk about a little bit on this Bundesliga's best match so far. What about your thought on Dortmund and Bayern of that great Titanic clash?
Yeah, there are splitted minds about that it was a really first of all, it was a fantastic match. It goes up and down the line, and the most lucky team did win the match. So it could also be Dortmund.
How you feel that? How you know after the injury, the Haaland is back again in the squad. So how do you, as a coach, you have seen Haaland from a very young age. As your coaching experience as a coach, how you felt? What shape is the Haaland now?
Yeah, I think he was. If he would be really in a good condition, he would be even better than yesterday evening. So, but he made his 1 goal. But if he would, I think he is with 80% of his potential performance. If he would be 100% and even more, then he could be the game changer.
Yeah, of course.
He made his 1 goal. Yes, that was okay, but unfortunately, it was not enough for them. And I have to say that the Bayern goals were really also forced by Dortmund itself. So there was the one penalty which was not pressed. Hummels, he could have dismissed it, and also the other 2 goals they were not 100% chances.
Yeah, but when you think about who plays for your analysis, who played better, and what was your analysis about this match?
I think Dortmund in the first half had much more chances to lead the match by 2 or 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that. If they would make their goal chances into the goal, yes. But I think in the second half, Bayern came up more and more. But yeah, it was a it was the match on the knife's shade. So, everybody could win, but it was good that it was not so much of emotion. The guys were pretty, apart from the trainer, the guys were pretty much calm and did their job. Yeah. Overall, I have to say the referee was a little bit unlucky in his decisions. So he could also have 1 or 2 penalties on the side of Dortmund.
Yeah. So you mean to say Dortmund is pretty unlucky to lose this match? Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But for you, who will be in the interaction with the Titanic clash? Do you think who will be the better what the better players and who can change the atmosphere from Bayern side and also from Dortmund side? Who play the important key roles for their teams?
Yeah. On the bad side, it was Mats Hummels because he was responsible for two goals from Bayern Munich. So, and on the better side, I think it was Royce who did much for the offensive.
This session, do you think Marco Reus has played a fantastic football, being a captain and also take a responsibility, and he's a fabulous human being. He has taken charge of Dortmund for long.
Yes, but I think even better, and at the end, unfortunately, that he was injured. It was this young player. It was Julian Brandt, who also scored the first goal.
And to lead Dortmund.
Yeah, right. He was really very strong yesterday evening, and it was a pity for Dortmund that he was injured.
Yeah, that's a really pity thing. But how do you feel about the goal machine, the great robot Lewandowski?
Lewandowski, yes, he scored his goal. So
he's a goal machine.
He's a goal machine, yes, and he's the game changer for Bayern Munich. So yeah.
And how do you rate these two coaches, one from Dortmund, Rose, and also for Nagelsmann? So tactically, you are a coach also. How do you felt which tactics is more successful in this match? Because when a big match plays, the coach's tactics and strategy always works. And how felt that Rose and Nagelsmann has who will be better in that tactical this match? In spite of results, I don't want to. Results can be any team can win but tactically, how do you like it with these two coaches? Who rates better from your eye?
Oh, they were. I think it was a really. I did not see so much tactical patterns. It was a real open match where it goes up and down. So they were really not playing very tactical. They tried to score goals. They had both. I think they both had the same strategy. They want to play on counter and not so much on ball control. So that was the strategy was pretty much even, I think.
That's great. So by now, regarding the Bundesliga, there's a lot of matches on that yesterday has happened. But one match I can talk about the Leverkusen playing against FC Gut, and the Patrick Schick scored 4 goals in 27 minutes. So how do you feel about this Leverkusen playing? And there's scored plenty of goals.
if Leverkusen would ever if Leverkusen ever would play in this condition, they would be really a matter of leading the table. But they have too much ups and downs in the matches. They have a good young team, and one of the best is this young player who scored 4 goals yesterday,
Patrick
which
Schick.
is
Patrick Schick.
Patrick Schick, yeah, and he is the next star, I think, in the German sky of soccer.
Yeah, but
it's not Schick. Sorry, it's Patrick Wirtz.
Oh, Patrick Wirtz, the other guy, the German one.
It's
Patrick Schick,
Schick
scorer.
Is the goal scorer.
Yeah,
it's Patrick Wirtz who is playing directly. Wirtz, who is playing directly.
He's a German guy. Yeah. He's a playmaker, basically.
Right, and he scored 4 goals yesterday.
Yeah, that's fantastic within 27 minutes. And how do you feel now, Guenter? The last the Bundesliga is going on, and what do you feel about the standard of Bundesliga, like with other leagues like Premier League and then La Liga, then Serie A, and Ligue 1? What do you feel about the Bundesliga as shaping up with other team playing very good? Some team beating any team can beat any team in the situation, and the Bayern and Dortmund rest is any team can beat any time. That was the last days. Which match influenced more? The 6 matches that played on, and how many? What are your feeling about the match you have after Bayern Dortmund? What match yesterday's? There's 7 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches are played. And what is your opinion? Was after Bayern Dortmund, what was the best match so far you have been fielded?
Oh, I think that match from yesterday, it was really a highlight in this season. It was two teams on the same performance level. So and they did not play any tactical defense or whatever. So it was a really exciting match. The best match I have seen in the last month, I think. Without any tactical backstage things. Overall, your question was also about the German Bundesliga in comparison to other European leagues. Yeah, we have in Germany, especially with Bayern Munich, we have a big discussion about money and how and from whom to get money from. So in Germany, we have the rule in the Profi leagues that the club must keep 51% of the club with the club itself. So only 49% of the money in the club can come from outside, and this is not so. A club cannot be earned by any private person more than 49%. And now Bayern Munich has done a deal with somebody from Qatar, or with Qatar itself, I don't know. And there the fans were really pissed off about that deal. But the management of Bayern Munich say, okay, without this external money coming in, we will not be on the same level like the Premier League clubs in the future.
Yeah, but do you think this Bayern has an opportunity to other clubs? How the structures for because after the 2 years, the last more or less 2 years, there's a fans. One of the revenue point is the fans to see the match, the sponsorships, and the COVID situation is going on. definitely hampering the football scenario in Germany, also other country too, in Germany. So this situation, how you can cope up with the clubs, because the clubs has to run the football club with money. I know that Germany has a very good infrastructure to have their own football stuff. So also in football scenario is not good to the word professional football. And look at the example of Barcelona, they had a huge debt of more than 400 million euros. But they try to survive through their own players, like La Masia Brigades can help them to bring back when they're going to sell those players. But now Bayern have a deal with say the private parties, and of course the German rule has 49% can from outside and 51 should be club to stake. So the club ownership cannot go to the non-Germans or the other private identity. So what is your opinion to be the best classic scenario? Because now the other clubs to survive with the sponsorships, because the fans are not allowing again back to limited. And last 2 years are really bad. And now again, COVID come up to play his game again. So this scenario, how you think about German football to go out?
I think the club and the fan scene, or the club members, I would say, they are something special. In England, it seems nobody to interest who is owning the club. The fans come, they don't care about it. But in Germany, you have the club is a very important community for the people, and they want to have their own influence on club. And also the Bundesliga, in the opinion of the fans, is more worth and more interesting than international matches. So the people are really interested in local like Bundesliga or second Bundesliga, and the European cups are, they are there, okay, but the most interest lays on the Bundesliga.
See, but I personally also seen, and I'm last more than 15 years, I look at German football very closely. I've been there for, seen all the clubs more or less, and what I found, you were rightly said, Guenter, that people in Germany, the belongingness, what the difference between PL clubs and the Bundesliga clubs. If you club have been a fourth division or fifth division, still the supporters supposed to go to the ground to support their club, the community. They should belongings. It is a very good gesture from the fans in Germany. I appreciate and I also admire that this kind of involvement among the clubs to the fans is an emotional attachment. So that is a very important part. But I also felt that this kind of emotional attachment will definitely bring back the club to a shape, and hopefully that the COVID scenario will go out very soon. So we'll back football again with own vibes. Still, this Bundesliga is playing well, playing good, and Germany has always a tradition to fight back with the spirit. And it's a world knows the Germans are always show the butts to how to deal with any situation they took as a challenge. I definitely felt this will come up, and it's a good. I think it's good. It's also, I personally felt it's good to have maintain the tradition. Club is, and in Germany, football is like a worship. It's like for them, it's a kind of their rituals, and everybody from the kids to 80, from 6 months kids to 80 years old, everybody has to have a football, and they love to have. Yes, I love that, because the clubs and the identity, the community. It identifies like a small town club. It's also a club which the club supports them, even maybe a fourth division or fifth divisions. They are supporting their own city clubs, and that is a community-driven club, and that is really good. And it's really a good example. Is the money not is a matter. Passion matters, and which is definitely good for social structure, and that's why Germany is always ahead of a lot of things, because the social structure was very strong, bonded club. That's very good, and it's really good. Now I come to a little bit more different issue. The issue was a little bit different with. I'm talking about Germany. what is more important? Do you think about another German coach in the English Premier League? So the English Premier League is dominated by the German philosophy now. And this Klopp first entered, and Tuchel, and now their bosses, the big Ralf Rangnick, the professor of football. Now today he has also owned the match. His first as a manager of interim manager of Manchester United. He has owned 1-0 to Crystal Palace. So can you brief about a little bit of Rangnick's influence on German playing and German coaches? Because a lot of talked about it worldwide.
Yeah.
He has brought the two teams and found nothing.
I think so. When I see his history, Ralf Rangnick is about I don't think I can think of about 20 years as working as trainer, and he learned his trainer stuff from the very beginning. And overall, I think he has influenced the German now famous trainers with his match philosophy and match strategy, especially the Bayern Munich trainer who followed him in Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also Jürgen Klopp did also learn something from him. So yeah, I think Rangnick brought in, when he started in the Bundesliga, brought in a very new type of match philosophy, which is not so much like it is a special counter playing philosophy in offensive, and some kind of also counter pressing extremely, and yeah, that was very new when he turned up 15 years ago or so.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful, because Ralf Rangnick has, because I had a little bit experience when I was on Hoffenheim to see him very closely, because he was really from two teams I can tell you about. From there's Hoffenheim and also the Leipzig. These two teams he brings out of nothing, and that's why he was rightly said the professor of football, and he has his own philosophy of football, which the German football to go ahead now. I think. Also, the English Premier League has changed a lot in its styles. And if you look at the Liverpool, if you look at the Chelsea is playing, and now the Manchester also comes in the German philosophy of football, which is really a fantastic team game. It's kind of I think Germany has extended their philosophy of football to even Premier League, influence the Premier League more. Three best club of Premier League has been now in German philosophy of football, has teaching them or following them. So it's a good. I think it's one side is good for German football to have the coaches are doing fantastic. It's a good branding for Germany to be in PL, Premier Leagues, all the best clubs, and extremely the two coaches already successful. Klopp and Tuchel was extremely successful in the world of football, and Rangnick always proved he has also proved his mantle too.
Yeah. I think now we have 4 German trainers in Premier League.
Yeah, and it's really
it's great to see, and they are all somehow influenced by Ralf Rangnick. Hasenhüttl also, he came after Rangnick in Red Bull Leipzig, and what I also see with Ralf Rangnick is he is coming from down to up. He's coming on a very I don't know on a very normal household or a poor household, if you want to say. So he doesn't love any stars or any star behavior. So we had a press article last week that he will forbid the big Ronaldo drive his big Rolls Royce to come with it on the training ground. So
yeah, but
so
no, he's he was in Hoffenheim, I've seen very closely. He's you rightly said, he's a down to earth person. He's a man from the field. It's called in the proverbs. He's from the ground, so he has understand the reality, and he's a very great human being. That's why he has called professor of football. It's true, a true teacher and a true philosopher who visionized football, who revolutionized the football in Germany, not only the world of football. He shows and guide us to an out of nothing, they can create a big thing to be the world. That is really a great thing to do. And I'm personally, I'm very happy to another German philosophy has to be in depth to the English Premier, not only English Premier League, to the world of football, because Rafnik philosophy is creating a leaders. It's not creating a followers. This is philosophy. He creates the leaders and who is leading the world. That's the great thing of Ragnick. I have not a technical idea, but what I learned and what I've seen him, he is believing creating a leaders. He creates leaders and not followers. So that's why so many coaches who are in touch with him are successful. Thank you again,
right,
Guenter. It's a pleasure to talking to you. Okay, see you again, and for the next show.
Bye. Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.